Another city we're going to talk about is New York. I have selected two schools which have very good recommendations and amazing ratings. These are New Explorations into Science Tech and Math High School and the Anderson School. The first one is a New York District School, and its coverage is for both primary and secondary school. In other words, we could say that it goes from K 5 to K 12. It is situated in Manhattan, New York. Its main characteristics are that its middle and upper school rate has positioned this school into the top best ones in New York. The statistics of the students here prove that it is a multicultural center and it has many students who are from different places. In this school, there is no fee for the food given to the students, which is an amazing advantage. This school also counts with a 504 accommodation. This means that students who have any type of disability are going to have materials that are required for them to continue their studies successfully. They have well balanced curricula as it goes from robotics to music. The admission entrance consists of the student applying to this school through the Department of Education. This is based on their abilities, and it is required that the student lives in New York City. The other school is the Anderson School. This is a K 8 school, which means that it covers elementary school and junior high school. This one, as the previous school, is one of the best ones in New York. It was initially a program and it started in 1987. In 2005, they grew to be a school. Its main characteristics are that Spanish Spanish is taught since kindergarten. Students are encouraged to do community service. This school also has a purpose to involve students in the music area. That is why, since an early age, they are exposed to learn different instruments. It is also used as a critic seminar. This consists on a discussion where students listen to each other critically and finally reach to a conclusion. Its admission entrance is the same as the previous school, which is through the Department of Education.
The school that most catch our attention is NYU. NYU is a private research university that is located in the city and state after which is named, New York. It was founded in 1831 and is organized into various schools and colleges. Currently, it has over 26,000 students enrolled, with almost half under housing provided by NYU. Academically speaking, the institution comprises 171 buildings across New York City, and it has 2,030 areas of studies and 5 academic subject areas.
It is known that the majority of schools in the United States are public schools. In the state of Massachusetts, one of the best public primary schools is Bowman Elementary School. Some characteristics. First, the principal is Mary Anton Oldenburg. Also, Bowman Elementary School is one of the 6 public elementary schools in Lexington. It has 560 students from kindergarten to 5th grade. According to state test scores, 80% of their students are at least proficient in math and 84% in reading. Moreover, one third of their students speak a language other than English. So, now about one of the best secondary schools, we have Boston Latin School. Today, it is a public exam school that begins in grade 7 and ends in grade 12, making it both a middle and a high school. Boston Latin School was established on April 23, 1635, for which is considered the oldest public school in the United States. Some of their main characteristics. The curriculum is rigorous, engaging, and mostly centered on the humanities, so all students live well prepared to be successful in their professional lives. 4 years of Latin are also compulsory for all pupils who enter the school. And about the admission process, admission is determined by a combination of the student's score on the Independent School Entrance Examination (ISEE) and its recent grades. And a curious fact about this school is that they have a Hall of Fame, which is a wall where they paint the last names of all famous alumni, like the case of William Hooper and John Winthrop.
In Massachusetts, we have selected two of the most famous universities in it that are MIT and Harvard. MIT has adopted an European Polytechnic university model and stress laboratory instruction in applied science engineering and has an acceptance rate of 7%, although it's not included in the Ivy League. And about Harvard, we're gonna get into it. In higher education, we chose to talk about Harvard. Harvard University is a private Ivy League research university founded in 1636. It's located outside Boston in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Harvard is made up of 13 schools and institutes. It includes the top-ranked business school and medical school. One of its most selling features in general is its selectivity. Harvard is one of the most, or not the most, selective out of the 8 Ivy League schools. Another important fact about Harvard is the financial aid it offers. 55% of full-time undergraduates receive some kind of need-based financial aid. Regarding academic life, in Harvard University, each school has a different system for grading its students. In teaching, they use the most common method, lectures, but is supplemented by classroom discussion, as debated with classmates and professors will open the eyes of the student to new perspectives. Classes in Harvard University vary tremendously in number, and all students can expect to be part of both large lecture classes and small seminars. Now, regarding non-academic life, housing is an integral part of student life, where all first-year students live in or near Harvard Yard, the university's historic Central Quad. Also, the Harvard community allows students to find mates from all 50 states and more than 80 countries, whose diverse backgrounds, life experiences, and perspectives enrich and live in the campus. How to get into Harvard? There are 3 ways to apply to Harvard: the common application, the universal college application, which both are accepted by a big number of schools, the coalition application, that is for low-income and first-generation students, and one for foreign students online. To apply to Harvard, first you need to fill a general university application, then complete Harvard supplemental essays. In some, present your school scores like SATs, ACTs, test scores, and GPA scores. Then 2 letters of recommendation from teachers, a school report, and a letter of recommendation from your counselor. And finally, pay a $75 fee application. According to some websites that help students with their applications, there is no formula for getting admission into Harvard. Academic accomplishment in high school is important, but the admissions committee also considers many other criteria, such as community involvement, leadership, and distinction in extracurricular activities, and personal qualities and character.
In the state of New York, various private and public institutions provide education, and given the global status of New York City in particular, foreign students flock to the state to have the opportunity to study there. But speaking on an elementary, middle, and high school level, New York is also an important center of education. There are over 1 million students in New York City alone, and they have either 4,433 public schools or 351 charter schools to choose from. As of 2019, there are 2 million students that involved, and the state has an 83% of high school graduates of a total of 200,000 students. Overall, while studying in a university or a school in the state that is of good quality education can be expensive, especially for low-income families or scholarship applicants. The education provided in all levels can help students in their formation prior to their entry in laboral life.
Some of the advantages of studying at Harvard University is that it ranks among the world's best universities year after year, and it is actually an Ivy League school. Harvard also offers a wide range of academic and extracurricular opportunities, so you will be able to immerse yourself in whatever you find of interest. Harvard is also a liberal arts college, so this means that you will not have to decide what you want to study right away, and you will be exposed to a bunch of different fields of studies, so you can pick from the choices they have. Also, they have extracurricular activities. They have a lot of clubs and organizations that you can take part on, and you can also make your own club, and the university will give you money to do that. Harvard also offers a very generous financial program, so you can pay for the years that you will be studying there. It also has a lot of resources, like for example, their library system, which is the largest private library system in the world. Finally, they have housing accommodations that are available for students, and actually 98% of the students live on campus all 4 years. Some of the inconveniences of this school is that the acceptance rates are very low. They go as low as 5.8% as of 2018. And without economic resources or a scholarship, this university can be very expensive. Classes can be also very hard and demanding, and it requires students to study for several hours. And also some students say that the cold and snowy Boston winters can be very depressing sometimes. Regarding Boston Latin School, some of the advantages is that it is a prestigious school, and it has some really good teachers that can be very inspiring for students. And because of its elective exams, it has a large community of very quite brilliant students. Some of the inconveniences, though, is the level of difficulty. It can be very hard on students, and some teachers don't have very good teaching skills, so they will not be very helpful for students. And also the school is very systematic. It has 7 periods, 4 minutes intervals to get to class, 20-minute lunch times, and you are not allowed to be late. This adding up to the big workload, which means the homework they have can be very hard on students.